And I'm here today with Dragon TV, and I'm your host. Today we are talking with the fabulous Miss Zastrow. She is our head librarian here at Glenelg Country School, and she does a lot here, and she has many different hats and roles. So, Miss Zastrow, how are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm good, thank you.
That's great. So I wanted to start off with a quick warm-up question. Give me 5 adjectives to describe yourself.
Well, you started with fabulous, so we can start that. Does that count as one? I think curious. I'm a geek. I'm not as geeky as some, but I am. I've got the geek tendencies. I am involved. I am caring. I would consider myself generous.
Okay.
Unless I'm grading papers, and well, that's a whole different ballgame.
I think we've all felt the heat of that in integrative this year so far. So, what would you say your main roles are here at Glenelg Country?
I am the head librarian here in the upper school. I'm also the library department chair, which means that I have some. I'm kind of organize the other librarians and make sure that we're all on the same page in terms of our curriculum scope and sequence, in terms of our general philosophy when dealing with the libraries, our collections, our students, our communities, the curriculum, and our work with the teachers and the students. I hope to guide them well so that all of the students get a positive library experience while they're here at Glenelg Country School. In addition, I teach senior integrative, which is one of my joys along with being a librarian. I enjoy the seniors a great deal. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for them to learn a little bit about how all of the things that they have done up to this point in their schooling are going to be used as they move forward into their college experience, and start seeing connections of things that normally they might not consider connected in any way, hence the term integrative. I do some outside stuff. I work with the Performing Arts Department in that I help run their box office ticket sales and house crew for the musical. I also work with the music department with Lunchtime Cabaret Cafe, which is a sort of an open mic or cabaret deal about once a month during lunch. On Fridays, and I also do standing room only at the end of the year, which is kind of our last cabaret hurrah for students to showcase their musical talents and just have a really good time at the end of the year with music.
What would you say is the most important thing talking about directions and following a path for the upperclassmen or the seniors that are going off to college in the next few months?
In the next few months.
Yeah.
It's coming up quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that for me, one of the things I want seniors to understand is that at this point in their lives, there are an awful lot of expectations being heaped on them by their parents, by their peers, by the faculty and the guidance counselors and their colleges. And it's a great deal of pressure and anxiety, and I understand that. But I want them to understand and take comfort in the fact that in 5 years, none of that is really going to matter. I mean, yes, they need to do the work now to get where they're going, to achieve those goals that they feel is important to themselves.
Okay, so that was for the upperclassmen and following directions. What advice would you give for the underclassmen, the freshmen, and the sophomores that still have a little bit of ways to go before they start taking off up in life? So I think that was a lot of great information for the seniors, but what do you have for the underclassmen that are going to have to take, integrative in, 2-3 years from now on?
Cite your sources. Sorry. I think that the underclassmen need to understand that the work that they do here in school is also preparing them for that big step. However, this is where they're building their opportunity to learn self-advocacy, going to their teachers when they feel they're in trouble, taking those steps to get questions answered rather than feeling ashamed or embarrassed by not understanding or not doing well, because this is the time. This is your time to take those missteps and have us, as the faculty who care about you, be there to help cushion your fall and help you back up and move forward.
So, that's amazing because, the relationships that we talked about with self-advocacy, obviously that just came out talking about relationships with, your students and, just being able to talk about them, talk about music with them or just talk about anything with them. You've definitely been someone that I could come to personally, and it's been, a lot of help, whether it's just in life or whether it's, with school or whether I just want to have a conversation with someone other than, my group of friends that I usually talk to. So, that's really, really, amazing that you can do that. So what would you want, as you're going out of GCS and, you're in time going out of GCS,
Yeah.
what would your mark, what would you want your mark to be here?
I think for me, this library is home. All right, I drive onto campus every day and I look at this beautiful, beautiful place that we've been, blessed to be in, working and lucky enough to be in. And I open those doors every morning and there's that big, beautiful window, which, fades my books, and that's all right. But I love this place. And for me, I want it to be and to remain a warm, inviting, comfortable place for students to come, to work, to read, to take a break. At times, the comfy chairs over there, but I want this program to be one that meets the needs of the students and the teachers, not just curriculum-wise, not just because they have to do schoolwork, because they have to research, because they need that information for classwork, but also a place where they can find the things that they need for themselves, information they need for themselves, whether it's finding a book that mirrors or reflects their daily lives in a way that they find comforting or enlightening, or in a way that helps them discover more about themselves, whether they pick up something off the nonfiction shelf that looks cool and they find a new direction in their lives or a new passion. And so I want my relationship with the students, or I want the library to kind of reflect my relationship with the students, which I hope is one of acceptance of who they are, who they're trying to be, who they might not manage to successfully become, but leads them into a new or exciting direction. And so I want to leave behind a program that meets not just those curriculum needs, but also the needs of the individual student in a way that is empowering and caring, and it's about love. For me, that's what this is. This is about love.
Thank you for your time. This was an amazing interview. Obviously, we learned a ton about you in, a quick, short segment. And, getting to know you even more just outside of talking to you in your office just now is, very helpful in my head about what steps I should be taking whenever I go off to college. And I know you've had a lot of experiences in your time, and it's great to hear about those and, the advice that you have for us and the underclassmen. So thank you again, and I'm going to send it back to Dragon TV in the studio. Thank you for your